My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Monster Train 2. Banished and sorry, not Hellhorned. Lazarously. Oh, with the Areki lead as well. Interesting. Seraphitona's chosen Dominion shouldn't be too much of an issue. We just need to focus on Reanimate for our frontliner. We have 2 explosive reactions for AoE cleared, 2 divinities for frontline support, and a makeshift golem. Interesting. Ooh. Inga's Beaker. Increase the number of choices when using mix by 1. So I just get to select what I want from the mix rather than gambling for it. Yeah. I mean, especially because thank you, Brewmaster. When am I better going to get to try and use Inga's Beaker than when I start with a Reki and the 5 secret ingredients in the deck? And we enter with Titan Skin 1. Sure. Oh, come on. The only elixir it didn't offer me is the only one that I'm looking for right now. I'll take Rage. I can make it work. Let's go Divinity. Get some replenishing armor there. I really do still need to set up the win. Okay. I'm currently planning not to take out that Fallen Champion and just take the 4 damage from it. Save the 4 damage with this. Yeah, I just gotta keep on keeping on. If I can get a giant rage on Areki, we should still be able to clear the boss in time. There we go, 24 rage. It's a double stacked ritual battle. Oh, good lord. Potion Kit has so much more viability when I'm actually going to be focusing on using potions. Bravmore Serum is nice, but I can much more reliably than usually, obviously not in this last turn, but much more reliably than usually generate the reanimate from my potions. Windblade. Obviously it's not Divinity and that's a blank space, but Windblade, this really should be removed or changed. I mean changed. Keep the art. Art's cool. Equipping an enemy, also cool. There's not enough support for shift. This is nothing. No one likes this. Especially because you find it in positions where you like it denies so many early game draws for Divinity because you just see Penitent's Bloodsuit and it's like, okay, so I get to choose between 2 cards here. Cool. Windblade. Merchant of Steel banished? Yeah. Yes, I do. Almost certainly have a unit that's going to care about shifting. Wow. Oh, there's value. Hello? Host Guard. Heavenly Slam. Move to the targeted floor on any location. Sorry, move to the targeted location on any floor, rather. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to this unit's health and armor. I mean, yeah, I'll take it and figure out how to use it, but... Should you be wielding my multi-strike? Someone's supposed to be wielding multi-strike. I don't think it's supposed to be you, but... But someone should. There's also Smidge Stone, but the size of the Host Guard's not the issue because it has that flight ability. It's not usually the issue, at least. I'll give a single base reanimate to the makeshift golem. I'm gonna give the multi-strike to the Host Guard. Don't think Valorate's especially important. 4 deployment energy. So yeah, I'm not even gonna be playing the Shield Stewards for a long time. 4 deployment energy means I'll be playing... Areki Makeshift and Host Guard. I'll still be dealing with the bottom line. I'm going to be using potions and explosive reaction to try and deal with the units that get past us. 75% chance I just fish and get unstable potion on turn 1, and then I can just complete a line instantly. Just in case, I'll leave you on top. There's the infusion I was asking for. Now... Doesn't need to be at the front of the floor. Okay, there we go. Explosive reaction. We're all good. Gonna have to let those Savage Spearmen go past us because I want to collect the collects. There's the unstable. Top line managed. And hell, I could even get started on my next mixture. I mean, ideally it would be Rage. Sorry, Rage. Ideally it would be Regen. So that... Oh, beautiful. Potion Kit for you. Areki, give me Reanimate. Makeshift Golem, give me Reanimate. Secret Ingredient, give me Reanimate. Pretty reliable, ultimately. Hell yeah. Sure. Take another potion kit. Selfless Sacrifice Challenge. With Just Causes in the deck, I don't think I need Challenge because most of its utility is in the advance. Melee weakness is nice, but it's not. not the main value of that card to my mind. Selfless Sacrifice, I think. Some nice damage prevention. Merchant of Magic with Lazarus League really appeals to me. Although we're in a clan combination where the Merchant of Arms still has a lot of value as well. No, give me the magic. I mean, ridiculous. I will double stack a divinity and I'm going to -2 cost consume it. Maybe I Holy Stone the other divinity. Meat Hook. And I will Holy Stone the other divinity. Plus 20 magic power and consume. So, dominating power is some extra damage and DOT for Host Guard. I don't think that's what it wants. Although, Host Guard, you do deal damage to the front end. Okay, yeah. No, it wouldn't even flag that. Summon, spawn a random friendly unit from the deck. That it would just be a Spear Steward being summoned on the same floor as, I don't know, probably the makeshift Golem. So the reason to do this would actually be speculative. This would enable me to pull out a Hymnist? Harp Hymnist? What are they called? It's Hymnist, right? Yeah, I just believe in that. This would allow me to pull out Hymnists from Banished. So especially if I saw the Death Metal Hymnist, and then cut both of my Spear Stewards, the only card in the deck that would be capable of pulling in the deployment phase would be the Give Everyone Multi-Strike, which is nice, but it could also just be Trample or Quick, or, you know, additional damage per Valor, all of the different ones we could have. And then Spell Weakness 1, Melee Weakness 1. I mean, you know, if I was going to do that, I'd do it for Host Guard, I guess. I'm going to do the speculative. It's also nice power right now. Allows us to overstack a little bit as well. Pretty good. I really need to start thinking about Archeon, because punching me directly in the pyre has been a problem recently. Obviously, we play a Reki first. Oops. Oh, this is going to be a weird one. Instead of playing Host Guard, I am now going to go... Yeah, for these. Because then I can... Daze you turn 1, save a full line. You can have a Spear Steward. Stable's real helpful. Start getting some divinity on the makeshift golem, because, yeah, it's going to be on the front line. Health, 3, 6, 18. So 3, 6, 9. 9, and then goes through. So if you're 16, 3, 9, 9. Okay, so yeah. I have to... I either have to use the explosive reaction, or... I know what... I know what potion I used most recently. It was unstable. So that means that this would see Sap 2, Rage 4, and Regen 2. Sap 2 would take 8 damage off of Archeon. And then I could also play a Windblade in that instance. This is a lot simpler. Although now I really need to get regen on my front line as soon as I can. Woof. Okay, I've got a couple of choices this turn. I'm gonna take the Pyre health. I'm gonna gain Pyre health over saving Pyre health. Oh. Oh, it's Potion's turn. Oh, it is time for potions. This midline struggling though. Let's get one spikes. More reanimate. Bottom line managed. I can save 4 damage from the Fallen Champion, but that's about as much as I can do. Like, I can do 10 more damage to you. It's not going to be enough. Yeah, I'm going to start building a big sap for Archeon. Can I get away with playing Divinity this turn? I mean, I guess I'd just give it to the safest unit. Yep. Yes, I can. Yay! A little bit more Pyre healing. I heal for 3. I lose 1 HP to the Vengeful. Okay, how's that happen? Spike the league. Oh. Well, I believe what I am supposed to do now is bend all will in the universe towards making that reforming ooze ridiculous. It has reanimate 1 by base. When it is reanimated, it gains +6 damage permanently. I want to put it on the bottom line. I want to reanimate it infinitely. I need it to be dying, so it needs to be at the front of its own line. Which means it does not want to share a line with Makeshift Golem, which means I'm running a second line now. Probably have to take energy in order to support this. Which is okay, I'm fine with that. I want to go to the Merchant of Trinkets, but I think it has to be Merchant of Steel. If you were still open and could get Dualism, it would be a lot better, but like Reforming Ooze, you want all of the main attack things. Less so quick than the others, but multi-strike obviously definitely, because you're gaining damage, so you doing that damage multiple times is really good. But also Dualism for you, and then give you reanimate by base, maybe. I mean, it's mainly multi-strike, if I'm honest. And then Ostgard, I want to give you a large stone. Meat Hook would still happily take dazed. 2 turns of dazing a boss, especially important against Seraph Eternus, chosen with Dominion. I like the additional Pyre health as well. Fine. There's an argument to be made that the Reforming Ooze hitting Endless is probably the best thing it can do. Nah, just treat it as a chump block. The only problem being, like, it's a bit big for a chump block. Okay. Definitely gonna go medium concoction. None of my units have dualism, right? I mean, I want it pretty badly, but they don't have it. Take Everlasting Light. Hopefully I do get dualism. Is Endless Reforming Ooze the way to go, though? That allows me to get a lot of damage on it early. My concern is that, like, eventually if I get your Reanimate high enough, the Endless doesn't matter at all. But also, like, if I played you on the bottom line and the enemy can, you know, defeated my bottom line, I can just move the Reforming Ooze to the next line. I'm going to give it Endless because I don't want to spend infinity billion years here. I'm also going to give plus health to Host Guard and plus damage to Meat Hook. I feel like I might need those. Empyrean Well with a dupe. The divinity that's 1 cost to give 20 Valor is a great dupe target in this deck right now. So Spike of the League just for being the Spike of the League. So Reforming Ooze, your job, I'm not even going to say should you choose to accept it. It is just your job, is to die. Please die. I'd like you to die early and often. I need the Prayer Stone to be dead this turn. Because otherwise the Scarred Sentinel ends up just ruining us. I can just throw some Unstable on the bottom line. Oh, if I do it on my own unit, it fully dies this turn? It does clear the bottom line, and then I just get to replay it next turn. Which is what I want. Regen, reanimate, and spikes is exactly what the makeshift golem is looking for. Gonna need more damage on the Scarred Sentinel. Even if I use Meat Hook to pull it ahead, it comes up with 34 health and 10 Titan skin. So I'd need to do 44 damage, which Meat Hook isn't doing. Hell yeah. Adds some good damage on the bottom line. And then Divinity on the top line solves your health problems and means that the Scarred Sentinel will die next turn. The cost of all that being that I don't get to remove the Calcified Ember. Thank you for the unstable. Put it on my own unit, clear the entire bottom line, including that collector. It's not every time, by the way, that the Reforming Ooze dies that it gets the additional. It's only when it reanimates. That said, every time I resummon it, it comes back with one reanimate trigger, so it's still helpful. Again, we're set up to take out that Scarred Sentinel next turn. There you go. Regen and reanimate for Monstrous, and then I'll even explode you. I mean, we don't even need to do anything on that line. Definitely looking for more reanimate as our priority. Oh, hell yeah. Beautiful. Forming Ooze. Big old spike of the league. It's a bit of permanent damage there. And on this line, I fish for another reanimate, and it's enough. I see. I forgot that I replaced your flight host card. I'm glad it's not relevant, because if it was, oh boy. What a nightmare that would be. All's well that ends well, though. Reanimation lab. Friendly units gain 7/7 on summoned and double. On summoned and reanimated. That just means that and the reforming ooze. Yep. 1x melee weakness. I'm leaning Demonize still because of the Descend. Because a lot of the time, the second floor is not going to want to face flying bosses like Seraphiturnus or Kale, but sending them down to the bottom line will be comfortable. All right, Merchant of Arms. It's got to be deployable reanimation lab, right? Yep. Oh, reanimation lab. I hadn't considered that. Enchanted Chamber, Zone of Silence, Exiles Diadem. I mean, I could take Zone of Silence and then put it on the second line just to prevent anything annoying from happening there. It's worthwhile. Speaking of worthwhile, in the final fight, the glass cannon's going to be pretty bad because we won't have anyone that can really wield it. Right now, it's great. It's just plus 50 damage for a spear steward. Do I roll? And if I roll, what am I even looking for? Oh, next area has immersion trinkets. Never mind, I'm saving more money. Bottom line should be 2 reforming users. Yeah, just get 7/7 larger each time. Always. There we go. Recce first, then you can get some. I don't even have space anymore to summon Host Guard. We'll be okay. Yeah, we'll have a Shield Steward die pretty soon. Secret ingredient unstable immediately. We're not even losing rather this turn a unit on the bottom line. I mean, I'm also okay with the makeshift golem actually dying on top line. I don't have to keep it alive forever for any reason. keep it alive just this once. Damn. Small stack of unstable on the reforming ooze will now have it doing AoE damage to the enemies, but it'll also kill it again at the end of the turn, which then reforms it, which gives it additional stats. For a couple more sources of reanimate. Like 3 damage this turn. You might as well have a potion kit on you. I'm going to demonize my own meat hook. And then days. Okay. Probably should have used Wing Spirit before moving you down, but it's not really going to matter. Bottom line, and then summon those reforming oozes again. Fill them to the brim with some reanimate. Beautiful. I mean, faulty body for makeshift golem if no one else. Hey, Bubba. Yeah, I guess faulty body. Of the Lost Path. I mean, being able to fly a ooze to the right floor at the right time, or even just in the right position, seems okay. Nah, just give me a liquid courage to help support another one of the floors. And then I really wanted to go Trinkets. Trinkets has a dupe next to it, which, like... Am I supposed to go Reforming Ooze and then Capacity, and then the bottom line is just 3 Reforming Oozes constantly? I like the idea. Is it good? Couldn't tell you for the life of me. Summoning a Hymnist applies Valor. Don't do that. Weapons gain damage permanently on Slay. Yeah. Val adds an additional armor per stack. Sure, that'll help support a second line. I'm going to reroll after that. First from the unit equipped each turn. Gain 1. No, not enough equipment in this deck. Explosions from unstable deal twice as much damage. That'll help. And front friendly unit gains Valor too. Sure. I mean, they're both helpful. They're not just, you know... They're just not everything, you know? Still gonna need additional capacity for this one. Gonna need a big damage second floor as well. Found the right one. Good. Can the explosive react to my own unit so that I can explode the enemies? I will need the outcome of this potion kit. And I'd like to get glass cannon on Spear Steward, but I don't need to do it right now. Actually, I don't even need to spend my reanimate just yet. That's fine, I can just keep building it for a bit. Gotta love Dazing Kale. Another potion kit. More reanimate. There you go. Cop some 5 reanimate there on that bottom line. Top, you basically only ever take attacks to Kale, so... Selfless sacrifice seems good for you. Which, I mean, I could support Faulty Body as well, but... Like, if I put Faulty Body on the bottom line, basically all it does is just gets the Ooze to die a little more. Like, it would cause 1 more death this turn. No, you go on top and then Calcified Ember. Fully out of reanimate now. Actually, fully out of reanimate, but there's the spike. Ah, dang. That's not reanimate. Guess probably rage out of that. And then I can't spend that because of the Dominions. No, so okay, I'll just keep building the rage then. Let's go. Let's just go big rage. Back to generating regen and reanimate. Can hold it for a couple turns though. We just get a bunch more reanimate triggers, but we still lose the minion, which is what I was hoping for. Yeah, we get back at 206, 106. Great minion. This time I'm not comfortable with it. Yeah, I'm not gonna just build a big rage. As much reanimate as it can. And it's enough. Desert Twin Blade. The Desert Twin Blade is nice, but it wouldn't last that long. I think Spike of the Banished with the Titan's Edict doubling the amount of armor that it gives us. I said capacity, didn't I? I did feel limited there as well. Blech. I'm always sad when I don't get to take a single draw relic. Merchant of Arms, not that important. Yeah, it's got to be Merchant of Steel. I have so much multi-strike I need to get. I guess I can upgrade the Oozes in different ways as well. Like, one of you could be the Titanite one at the front. But pretty much all of the instances of damage you take are lethal, regardless of the Titanite, so I don't know if that really helps. I could put another reanimate on one of you. Not bad. but 15 for that, and then... Okay, yeah, no, I can afford this. It's 15 for that, then we re-roll. Quick for the biggest attacker so that it can attack and then die afterwards. Sure. Valor for a meat hook? Meat hook's no longer going to be the front of its line because makeshift golem still exists. I honestly might just hold the money. I don't think either of those change anything. Oh. I feel like maybe I should just graft the random equipment onto one of the oozes. Oh, it got the cursed twin blade. It got multi-strike. Hell yeah. And that's the quick one as well. Ooh. Okay. And then it's going to be top line for the rest of us. Definitely take unstable. None of the rest of this has any impact anyway. Oh, it's 3. It does it 3. Ugh. Man, that's a big waste. Days one of you, and then I do get to keep the golem around. You can use the... Fine, I'll use a potion on my own units, and then explosive reaction takes out that one. There you go. And then the divinity for the sake of health of makeshift. So if I can keep that unit alive, I should. No, but I can force it to reanimate one more time. That'll do. Yeah, exactly. There's more cards in the deck that can accomplish similar outcomes. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. That definitely needs to go on the bottom line. I really just want a big spike of the league U. But then middle line next turn is really bad. so much money. It has to be worth it. Turn 100 gold into 400. Okay. Perfect. As large as the unstable can get, that's the right number, because I need to be exploding with AoE. Zone, just so that I don't have to deal with the Discordant Heretics that do manage to get to the second floor, giving me another Resonant Ruin. We can have a lot of difficulty with those backliners. One additional reanimate would give me the ability to explode for a second time on the bottom line. It is nice, but it doesn't really... Wait, you know, I already have reanimate? It's a third time on the bottom line, so it actually does take out the deformed duos. My real main concern is this Avowed Gladiator just gets to the top line pretty soon. And when it gets up here, I can't really kill it. But it'll be the only unit hitting my heart. It's not that bad. It's survivable. Give a little bit of additional valor to this Reforming Ooze, who's going to be at the front. Sure. There you go, unstable on a unit that dies multiple times. We can start fishing towards more reanimate. Just 3 reanimate, please. Doctor? 1/3 of a cat will do me fine. That does it. Sick. Two of the cards, I mean, like, I've definitely had a Reforming Ooze run before, and this kind of looks a little similar to it as well with the amount of times I'm duplicating it in the deck, but I do feel like I've almost never gotten to use the Reanimation Lab to anywhere near its full potential. This feels like I'm actually getting to use it. Specifically the Endless of it all, so I can just do it again. Oh boy, it's Mixology up against Spike of the League, but it's gotta be the Spike of the League. Almost no cards beat Spike of the League there except Mixology. Sorry, almost no cards beat Mixology there except Spike of the League. This time I will take a Wings Radiance for the Titan fight. Take it for all that Titan fighting we need to do. It's left. Merchant of Trinkets. Friendly units gain armor 14 on reviving with Reanimate. Do I want to have that? Tuned Whetstone would draw... I mean, if it draws... half of the cards in my deck are bad for that. Deployment phase, add a random craft unit. Don't have the ability to play that in time. I don't think Life Insurer is that important. I think it gives us a lot more survivability on the bottom line, which we don't necessarily want. But... I will take it. When a friendly unit dies, angels on the floor gain rage 7. I do love the idea of being able to do that. I have no angels to take the benefit, though. Merchant of Magic. Intrinsic -1 and Spell Chain both available here. Ridiculous. I think Intrinsic -1 could easily go on Faulty Body. Hell, I could even Spell Chain that. It's just, it's just how much does 80 damage really matter? Intrinsic and Spell Chain for my explosive reactions is not bad. -1 Intrinsic. Ugh. I probably would have given it to Mixology, both the Intrinsic and Spell Chain, if I had it here. God. This is awful. Got the -2 cost consume. Feels like I can probably get away with putting that on Demonize. I hadn't looked at these, right? Yeah, they sucked. Well, let's solve another problem first then, right? Let's solve a problem that I actually know what I'm going to be doing about. One of the Spear Stewards can stay in the deck because it just gets summoned for free. I'll cut 2 Shield Stewards. I'm going to dupe the Reforming Ooze that has a grafted Twin Blade. Most of those Just Causes can get cut from the deck. One of the Shield Stewards absolutely can. This is... I'm taking way too long on this. I should just figure something to do. I almost want to go like Intrinsic for the helps set up on turn 1 a lot better. Yeah, screw it, I'll do it. Liquid Courage, you get that, and Spell Chain. Permafrost. Do that on Demonize, keep it for exactly the right turn. -1 cost, just add some to a Spike. Yeah, the rest of these are just going to be straight up removals. Let's get rid of these Just Causes. course. Thank you. That'll do it. So Hookhand's only going to be hooking every second turn, but that's okay, because I've got sacrificiable units. They can be safely sacrificed. It's fine, I'm just going to forget it every single fight. Gotta play the Magic Golden Lost Raps. See, now all's well with the world. Yeah, bottom line, I want him to die, so... There's all your liquid courage. Oh, right, no, I can't daze you this turn. I was like, why can't I do anything about this? I can. Is the answer to that. I don't think Glass Cannon or Faulty Body are more important than just giving a big reanimate number to my frontliner on the bottom. Although, while I do want it to have a big reanimate number, it also needs to have an unstable number. So that it dies every turn, you see? One more Ooze for the top line. What was it? I'm trying to remember like a vocal stem from my youth. What was the name of the facility? It was in Oddworld. I don't think it was Boilerworks, but there's a Slig presenting a nightly news show. Boilerworks, all the news you can use. I just randomly reminded myself of that recently and decided that you should know it as well. I've barely ever used wings. Like I have it. I just don't use it. That's Wing Spirit for the full heal of the front lines. Great amount of corruption on that bottom line. No corruption for the midline, thank you. I think I'm probably best served by sending you down. Thank you for what is a true mess of reanimate. Got to using a decent amount of that on that turn. I really, really want to play the potion gits, but there's host guard. And I should probably even play the additional reforming ooze. Wah. Come on then. Back down here. Would my X cost be casting for less if I left the other card in hand? Because it affects their cost, but how does it affect the X cost? No, I still get X plus 1. Yeah, so play that before Dominions. I thought I saw that happen earlier in this run, but I wasn't certain. Yeah, it definitely seems to be the case. Oh, our backliners on the bottom line are dying already. Thankfully, I will always have the top line to fight again as well. Oh, yeah, huge mistake. I'll be undoing this. The huge concoction does 3 at the same time, so because of the 75% chance, which actually it's not even 75% chance at this point because my most recent was a reanimation potion. So this has to generate a non-reanimation based potion. Which then means this can. Oh my god. Right, of course, the crafts give me back the blades. Oh no, that took the blades from them. Supposed to have the host guard leave this floor? Yeah, I think so. It's supposed to jump block on the next floor. At this point. Beautiful. Can't even keep it alive. Wait. Use the lifesteal. Woohoo! Because it doesn't have reanimate, so it dying wouldn't even necessarily. It wouldn't help me. There's no necessity to it at all. Because it wouldn't help me, see. There goes Seraph. Now the Titans. Hey, I remember the order this time. They said I would never. As well, just fetch a pretty large Reanimate. So by the time Savagery cycles back down to the bottom line, we'll be able to kill you then. I mean, 5 reanimate, but I can just... I guess I just hold the Madman Infusion until the target is going to die that turn, because then I can just build it as much as is humanly possible. Without having to, you know, invest the 2 regen into the first selection for the infusion. I'm going to give Demonize to Dominion because I don't want to slow Savagery. I want it to come back to the bottom line next turn. Because if I slow Savagery, then by the time it gets to the bottom line, it's going to have another full wave of enemies in front of it, so it makes it really hard to deal damage to it. Beauty. Big Unstable allows the Reforming Ooze to be exploding at the end of the turn, and Wings Radiance for a bunch more melee weakness on Dominion. I guess, errantly expecting to do more damage to Savagery this turn than that. Hey, get him, Potion Kit. Yeah, Dominion dies next turn. Entropy's gonna be far and away the slowest of these to die. Oh boy. Actually, that's not so bad, because when Savagery comes down to the bottom line, I'll at least be able to kill or take all the rest of the health of Savagery, and then I can push damage past it into Entropy. Highlight's unnecessary. Dominion's already dead. We gave it like 7 additional turns worth of attack damage. You still play Biolite if there's no reason not to. Nice big unstable on him. Exploding for double that every time the unit dies. Which is what down there at the moment? 30, so it does 60 AoE damage every time it dies. Game's really trying to spook me here. So you can have 3 melee weakness on the bottom line. We'll be replacing that Reformed Ooze next turn. There we go. Some damage bottom line. Oh, right, because the Reforming Ooze is going to be the one that strikes Entropy at the end of this. That's great. Beautiful. Don't even need to contest the Chosen Zealot, who would otherwise ascend to the top and then deal a bunch of damage to us. Although I will get another reanimate just so I can show that I would be able to. Get him. Who's my largest? There you are. Although the other one's not having any additional health means that the reanimation labs triggers were all on you. But you would have 22 health by default. So you got 112 additional health from that? Sick. Good deck. Good deck. Not least of which, because Ooze, fun. Using the reanimation lab to a pretty full extent, also very fun. Inga's Breaker from the very start, and a Reki with the Brewmaster line, allowing me to just be so very specific with my infusion pickups. Ridiculous. I could have done this. I could have done something else. I could have given you a ridiculous amount of reanimate, and then this entire line, and then overstack, and who knows what I would have done in that universe. Very glad to see the refilming Ooze when I did, though. All right. Send it. That's what they habitually call a victory right there. Oh, I did not know that that's a stat that I had not yet built. Beautiful. Reforming Ooze attack gain. Previous best? We don't need to pay attention to that. Let's imagine it was something impressive. Now, new personal best, 564. Across the 4 reforming Oozes that we had ultimately by the end there. Sick. I'm gonna jump back to the outpost. I'm gonna tell you, my name is Rhapsody. I don't even need to kill the rest of my cards if they keep giving me fun runs like that. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. Top left is a series playlist for all my content to the Game Pass, present and future YouTube recommendations. Down below, streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out of all the thank you. A special thanks this episode to Jassy. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.